My name's Cristale, and this poem is called Identity. My name's Cristale, but I haven't had a sip. Like L'Oreal, but I'm well worth it. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Especially outcasts. You see, outcasts don't know what it's like to be equal. All they know is what it's like to be unequal and what it's like to be alone in a room full of people. Because we never stop to think that they're just like us. All we think to do is cuss them and dust. We want to beat them up when they're making a fuss, which makes them walk to class with the fear of getting rushed. And you never stop to think that they're just like you. Whatever they're scared of, you're scared of too. Never want to put together 2 and 2 to complete the sum, because the outcast is you. And the key word here is identity. You get beat up for who you are, not who you're meant to be. But don't change yourself, because then the bullies win and the prophecy won't be what it's meant to be. Life ain't what it's cracked up to be. Well, it's cracked up, but not how it's meant to be. No need for the weed or the Hennessy, it makes you deteriorate mentally. Don't cut up yourself for who you are, because all that'll do is leave a scar. Next time you see your bullies, they'll be like, rah, because they always knew you'd be a star. Don't change your eye colour, because that's you. Don't change your hair colour, because that's you. Don't let anybody change who you are, and they can't do anything because they're not you. Don't dye your eyes, because it's bad for your health. You're not harming anybody, no one but yourself. There's no point changing for anybody else, because you're still a forgotten toy at the back of the top shelf. And another word here is individuality. Great minds may think alike, but they don't have the same mentality. For example, look at them, then me. They're in year 8, chatting dragons. My mind's in reality. But I won't judge, because that right there is their identity, their characteristic. But they're still wanting her to change, so she covered her face in lipstick. She thinks it's bad that she's distinctive. It's not bad that she's different, just the reason why she thinks she is. Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson and the Justice League. Majority of them hid their identities, because they knew that if they unmasked publicly, then they get treated not the same but differently. Black hair, brown eyes, about 5'3". Most of the time expresses herself violently. But just sit back, watch, learn, and don't judge me, because I just describe my own identity. My name's Cristale, and this poem is called Don't Let the Devil Smile. She was a brave one, a fighter. A bad breed never fought to put down the lighter, and the flame in her man could never have shone brighter. Because she was smart, but all she felt was the addiction getting tighter, forever trying to. Abused or unabused, used or unused, forget you was her main thought. For she was never loved, so she was never taught, so she always fought. Not for her own, but for her side of the battle. Not for herself, but for her possession of the rattle. For she was still growing, but he was all-knowing, so she was powerless. Yet only she could make the hourglass seem hourless, because she was persuasive. Only she could turn the unabrasive mind abrasive, but she used it in the wrong ways. She always used to play games, leading innocence into a labyrinth like his crystal maze, but not her. Never the little ones. Living life for her little daughter, but not the little son that he took. Not the little son he shook. He denies it, but she swears she saw it on the holy book. He'd dash things at her and she'd cry, because he'd never miss. Now the baby can't remember his mummy or his little sis. Not one little hug or little kiss. Not one little time of little bliss. Just because his dad was sick and twisted, don't mean mummy ain't happy he existed. And on she cried, as he tried to keep a public mystery what made her life a misery, which was that he hit them willingly whilst playing happy family. She smoked while he lived, achieving immortality, because they were each other's. Well, they're not now. All because he killed the baby, punched her, and oh wow, he could have killed her too. Never ran away, but she tried to. She's 5, he would have been 2. And there's no way to speak of you know who now. He's non-existent, to them anyways. Was never there for the exams or the school plays, and she was defenseless. Tried to run away, but never. This girl was not senseless, because she was waiting till it was in God's hands. Only God could see the picture she was eventually painting, and it was a big one, not at all a sin. God knows her life would have been better without him. On and on she'd live, waiting for him to die. She never wished death on him, but wished death on her he'd try, because he was evil. Why was he so sinister? Because he had the devil's horns, an ex-minister. She had a treasure, but she couldn't keep it. Now her innocence is torn to pieces. She got too drunk, which led to too loose. And she couldn't even keep Victoria's secret. So, is it her fault that she's in this mess? Because she did wear that skimpy dress. Let's not forget, violence is a one-man plan she wasn't part of. Is it her fault that she's distressed? In the light it was a typhoon, but a werewolf under the full moon. She never should have ended up with this two-faced goon, but a little secret, he'll die soon. He should have been dead for a little while, and dead people have a little style. But he's alive because he sins, and only sinners need to let the devil smile.